Rich and wonderful rising. Welcome to another episode, actually episode 3 of Sacred Sundays. And today we are talking about this 2025 glow up. Okay, if you are tired of not being productive, feeling like, you're making progress, but not really the progress that you really want to make, feeling like you really need to reset your life and really be serious about what you have going on and what you want to accomplish in this year, then you want to stay tuned and you want to watch this video right now. What is the whole point of actually glowing up? I know people make a lot of videos about glowing up, and a lot of times they make it more about your physical appearance. But for me personally, I think the glow up, it has to come from within, and you should be really dedicated to what you're internally going through or growing through, because I really hate to say that we're going through anything. It's all about growth and it's all about evolving. And so if we're able to analyze our own evolution and see, because if you look good, you feel good, and that can definitely change your outcome in a lot of situations. So we're going to work on that too. That's not something we're not gonna just completely disregard our physical appearance, because that can help you to feel better. But if you look good on the outside and you're doing all these things to have this external validation, and internally you're still struggling mentally, spiritually, that's not going to benefit you as much. And so creating good habits is going to have to happen from within, and it's something that we should all, even me, take note of in this time and in this season. I don't celebrate the calendar new year, and I don't make resolutions because I feel like they're not sustainable. And so in this video, what we're going to be talking about is things that can be very sustainable for your own personal growth. Things that are going to be sustainable for the habits that you would like to create. So that way you can create these lifelong habits and not just temporary, things that you want to do for right now because, it's a new year and I feel like I got something stuck to my lip. Okay. Anyway, it's a new year. I'm going to do all of these things. I have all of these goals that I'm going to write down, and then I'm going to try to do everything, and then I get burnt out. So no, we're not going to do that. That's why I say 30 days is a good time to really enforce new habits into your life. And we're just going to go week by week. That's what I'm personally doing. I'm just going week by week and evaluating, okay, in this week, these are the things that I really want to do. This is what I want to accomplish. And this is how I want to go about doing those things. I know certain things that I have really wanted to do for a long time and that I have done a little bit but not created a good habit around is reading. I love reading and I love absorbing new information, and I do it in small increments here and there, but I want to make this an everyday practice for me. I want to make sure that I am reading a chapter a day at least or more, which is, I have to balance it because obviously I've been in school as well. And so I do still read a lot of information, especially for school, but I want to absorb information that I'm attracted to, that I'm in alignment with. And there's classes and things that I've wanted to take from other people. So I'm starting to just put money to the side, things like that. It's just, those are the type of habits that I'm using as an example. I'm using myself as an example to show you that, this is something that you can start for yourself. Small things, meal prep, journaling, meditating. When I meditate, it only takes me 10 minutes a day. And like I told you before in the previous video, I usually do it when I wake up. And so if I'm waking up and I'm still laying in the bed, I have no excuse. Now, sometimes I'll turn music on to actually meditate too. Sometimes I'll just sit in silence. But either way it goes, I try to make that a part of my daily habits, because clearly I want that to be a part of my daily habits. Prayer. I want prayer to be a part of my daily habits. So it's something that we have to intentionally want to do. And so, yeah, I'm going to help you with that, because I think that we have a lot of distractions these days, especially with social media and our phones. Sometimes the first thing that we want to do is we want to get up and we want to get on our phones. We want to see what's going on social media. We want to scroll. We want to be entertained by what's going on. We want to laugh, or we want to feel informed. But social media is really not informing us completely about ourselves. It's just distracting us from ourselves. And so if you start creating small habits and you start early in the morning just etching out, time for yourself. And that might mean that you have to wake up a little bit earlier. But put your phone on Do Not Disturb. Intentionally do not touch it. Get up. Have a morning routine, a rising routine. And do it every single day. That is your you time. Also, you want to implement an evening routine as well, so you can wind down. Put that phone down. Pick up a book. That, for me, that's going to be my book time before bed. I'm going to put my phone down. My phone goes to sleep at 9 p.m. or something like that anyway. So I'm going to use that time to get on my phone. See how that little slid in there? Not today. I'm going to put my phone down, like Erykah Badu said, and I'm going to pick my book up, and that's going to be my time that I read. And so, also, I'm going to implement meal prepping, because I have children that are in my house and they're boys. They eat a lot. And so it's very easy for me to make meals. And it's very easy for them because they're just kind of lazy. Like, if the food is not already made for them, then they're kind of like, oh, well, I don't want to make anything. Sometimes my youngest, he'll go in there and he'll actually cook something. But, a lot of times they rely on me, or they want something that's fast, like pizza bites and peanut butter sandwiches and junk, just stuff that they really shouldn't be eating. So we're all trying to be much healthier, and we all want to implement exercising into our everyday life. And so they want to bulk, and so I know that they will be benefiting also from me doing like meal preps. So that's something that I'm going to implement as well into my schedule. Probably going to do it on Sundays, because that's an easy day for me to just get up and cook, or Saturday, because I really don't have anything going on Saturday mornings, Sunday mornings. And I'm going to get up and make meals for the week and go to Sam's. Sam's has these small containers that you can get that have tops to them that section off the food, like, really nice for you. And it's like when you go to a restaurant and they have the fancy to-go containers, they're just like that. So that's where you can get them from, Sam's or Costco, if you have one in your area. And baby, I wish that they would sponsor this video while I'm sitting up here throwing them out there, but that's where I go. But yeah, so things like that will help you to be able to have more time for yourself, because you're not spending time having to figure out what you're going to eat, taking the time to cook it. Sometimes making meals can take 2 hours. So knowing that you can do some of those things one day during the week and just plan everything out, cut up fruit, put it in a box, make snack boxes, make snack trays, it's beneficial. I've done it before and it's very helpful. The thing about me personally is like, oh yeah, I've done this and I've done that, and it's really sticking to it. And so creating like a habit tracker is good too. Being able to like have a planner or something in your phone that where you can go through and say, yeah, I did this today. No, I didn't do this today. Like a to-do list. We really need to be on top of ourselves, because for me personally, if I could sit on the phone and scroll for an hour, 2 hours, and just be looking at stuff on the internet and not, I could be doing crunches. I could be making the meals. I could be, writing information, working on what I'm gonna record for my next Sacred Sunday. Like, there's so many things and so many time wasters in life that I've been evaluating within myself. So it's like, yeah, no, I don't have time for those things anymore. I'm gonna also tell you something that I've personally gone through just this week is just the past revisiting me in terms of, other people's problems that just really don't concern me. You know what I mean? Like, I think that for helpful people, you have to be mindful about like what triggers you. And for me, like, people needing help, people just in need, I guess, is like something that I've always, like, I jump to the rescue, and I'm quick to want to help people solve problems, which is why, I started Sacred Sundays, and why, I do some of the things that I do. This is why we have free meditation and yoga classes, like all of those things, because we really do love helping people. But the thing is that sometimes, like, that past energy can come in, and it's just to distract you from where you should be going and what you should be doing. And I want us all to be mindful this year to not let the past come in to distract you from where you're going, and your future, and what you really have planned for yourself. Because certain people, they're not in your life for a reason. For whatever reason, things have phased out. Those people have come and they have gone. They have shown you things that let you know that they're really not for you. And they're probably going to continue to show you that. Like in my situation, the way that it happened is, that's exactly what happened. You know what I mean? The person, they were showing me from the jump that they hadn't changed at all. You know what I mean? In fact, maybe even have gotten worse. And in the instant, I looked at it, because I really do love and care about people, that, you know what, I want to help this person through whatever they're going through in this moment. But then I really had to evaluate, like, the path that I'm on and the trajectory that I'm on, and these things that I have laid out for myself, and all of the problems and things that I'm trying to solve in my own life. And I'm like, you know what, that's not really my business. So I want to make that clear as well, that as you start trying to get your shit together, people are going to come in and they're going to try to distract you. They're going to come in with problems. They're going to come in with stories. They're going to come in with anger towards you, trying to start fights with you. Like, you gotta really know what that is when it happens and not give attention to it. It's good to just be able to sit back and look at a situation sometimes from a distance, analyze it, and move on. That's it. You know what I mean? Just move past it. Okay, that was my little spiel on that. Let's get back into what we about to do for these 30 days. Now, I did write some things down because I want to make sure that I'm on point with giving you this glow up information. Okay? So, we want to make sure that mentally and emotionally and physically we are in balance this year. So mind, body, soul wellness is always something that we want to pay attention to. And also, there are environmental factors that we have to put put into the equation as well, right? Because if what's around you is not right, which we were just talking about briefly in regards to people, you know what I mean? What is your social circle like? Do you have people that are encouraging you? When you start your 30-day glow up and you're working on yourself, like, is your environment going to distract you, or is it going to support you in what you're trying to do? So we want to make sure that we clean up our spaces and we try to implement some organization into our everyday lives, which is our bedroom, making our bed, getting rid of stuff. Like, let's not wait till spring to try to clean. Let's go ahead and start getting rid of stuff now. Like, a lot of us, we bought a bunch of shit we don't need for Christmas, or got things, and that's good. Like, especially if you got things that you really needed, but there might be some things that you don't need anymore. And especially if it's gently used stuff like jackets and blankets, those are great things to give away to the homeless right now because it's cold outside. So we want to utilize this time to evaluate, like, our environment, where we are, how our home makes us feel. Does our home make us feel like we can be productive? Do the people around us make us feel like we can be productive? Creating a support system now is good too. Like, get a buddy that's gonna, like, do this with you too. And hopefully all of you that watch this video, y'all are going to be my accountability buddies. And we'll be talking to each other in the comments, or just, please follow me on Instagram, slide in my DMs. Like, let's make sure we follow up with each other and track each other's progress and motivate each other along the way. Because once you create these habits and you start doing these things all of the time, then your life is just going to automatically get better. Because that's your intention. When you set your intentions to do better things happen for you. Period. Once you pretty much have that foundation set in stone, then you can start creating habits around that foundation. And so what we're going to do is something called habit stacking. So we're going to already have habits that we do, and we're going to add habits to those things. So, like, if you want to meditate more, when you wake up and you make your bed, instead of going directly into the bathroom, brush your teeth, wash your face, whatever, maybe after you make your bed, then you automatically go into prayer and meditation for 10 minutes. And I wouldn't even set like a timer, because honestly, it doesn't matter if you do 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 3 minutes, 12 minutes, whatever, right? What matters is that you do it every day. So that's an example. After you make your bed, then you meditate and pray. Or if you want to implement drinking more water into your day, or, green juice, whatever, then when you finish your morning routine of washing your face, brushing your teeth, then you go straight into drinking my water, having my juice for today, or drinking my water and having a bowl of fruit. That way you automatically are doing these things right behind another habit that you already do. So you're adding habits to your existing habits with the hopes of creating these new habits that you do every day. And then, like, the meal prep, that will really help with healthy eating and things like that, because as soon as you get ready to eat, you already have the fruit, you already have your oatmeal, or whatever it is that you want to start your day with, because we're being intentional about everything that we want to do this year. And so being able to write these down, like whether you want to do that in the evening for your wind down and you're starting to write your to-do list for the next day, you're setting your intentions for what you desire to do and what you want to happen. So you can do this, like I said, in the evening during your wind down, or you can do this in the rising when you wake up, after you get your other routines done, just make sure that you add it in, to the right spot so that you can do it every day. And the more you do this, the more the habit is created and the better things will be. So, also, we want to go ahead and break free from the culture of comparison and imposter syndrome and all of those little silly things, right? Like, do not compare your journey to mine or anybody else's. Like, we're all walking different paths. We all need to implement different habits. I have created a 30-day glow up challenge that you can download. It's just full of ideas that you can use. Even the conversation that we're having now. These are ideas, and this is how you can create a structure around the habits that you want to create for yourself. You don't have to do these exact habits. If you already are in a place where you're exercising every day, you're eating healthy, all of these things, maybe your new habits will be learning a new language, or, spending more time with your family, or, if you don't live with your children, spending more time with your children. There are so many different habits that we're all trying to create and sustain. So it's going to be different for everybody. So don't compare your journey to anybody else's. I think that is something that we all need to focus on in life, period, because social media, again, we can tend to, shit looks a certain way online, and we take that for like that's what it is when it's really not. So we just need to be realistic with what it is that we're trying to do. And that's why I think creating resolutions and trying to have this long list of goals that you want to complete in a year is just unrealistic. I think it's better to say, this is what I want to complete today, and then say, this is what I want. Once you get good at completing those daily goals, and for me, it's just one goal. Like, let me just create one goal for myself that I want to do today. That way, after I accomplish that one goal, I feel really good about myself. If I have a whole list of things to do and I don't complete each thing on that list, then I start feeling really, really bad. So I just make small list of things to do. One goal, one main goal, and maybe 2 sub goals for the day. And then the rest of the day, it just happens. Like I said, this year I plan on being way more intentional. So my to-do list might get a little bit longer. But I'm adding these things to habits I already have. And this is not anything that I haven't done before. These are not things that I don't like to do. These are all things that I really love to do. And I know that these things benefit me. So that's the whole purpose in us walking down this path, is knowing that this is just going to benefit us. It's going to make life much easier and much better. So
why are you running? Why are you running?
I think another good thing too to note is that you really want to cultivate compassion for yourself during any challenge, right? If your 30-day challenge is purely just exercising and wanting to get your body right, if it is an external thing, right? Because I want a nice body. I want that Tiana Taylor stomach. You know what I mean? But when we fall short, sometimes we can beat ourselves up, and then we don't do things. Especially for me, like going to the gym. I could go to the gym consistently and then work out like really hard and just really, really be sore. And that is when I start beating myself up, because it's like, man, I'm so sore. I don't want to go to the gym. Now I have these days that I have to take off because now my body needs to heal. I've torn my muscles and all of these things. And then now I'm not being as consistent. So now I'm mad at myself. That's where we have to have compassion for what we're trying to do. The purpose is to start doing these things and to keep doing these things. So whether you're doing it 1 day a week, 2 days a week, 3 days a week, consistently doing it is what you should be patting yourself on the back for. And yeah, so what if your friend goes to the gym 7 days a week? You're not there yet. It's okay. Like, so what if your friend has read 100 books this year? Like, you just read one. Like, okay, but you read a book and you wanted to read more. So, like, these are the things that we have to make realizations of. And, it's not fair to yourself to compare what you're doing to what somebody else is doing, because you don't know what they had to walk through and all the things that they had to endure to get to the stage of life that they're at, where they can have that consistency, and use it as motivation instead of comparison. Use people as motivating factors for, hey, if they can do it, I can do it. I can build myself up to get into this place in my life, But, just don't focus on others too much. It's a self journey. It's something that you're working on for you, not anybody else. So what everybody else is doing, it doesn't really matter. And then also, like, during this process, the self-talk is going to be very important. I think we all can talk to ourselves and even others like crazy. So during this 30-day challenge, we need to also challenge ourselves to speak accordingly to what we want to manifest, and to speak in alignment with our highest selves and what we like, the highest outcome that we want to produce. So instead of talking down on the people around you and talking down on yourself, because that's how I really feel. I feel like when you have a lot of issues with yourself, it's easy to have so many issues with other people, because if you're judging yourself and you're pointing out flaws in yourself, you definitely don't have a problem pointing out flaws in others. And so we all have to work on that. We all have to work on trying to get better at encouraging each other. And that comes with our speech and the way that we communicate to ourselves and the way that we communicate to other people. I know this is something for sure that I need to work on, especially having boys, because they're hard-headed, and sometimes it's like you try to tell them stuff and I get mad and then I'm cussing them out. This 30 days, I'm going to refrain from doing all of that, because they need to learn how to take control and responsibility for their actions, what they do, and the outcomes of why that happens. They're old enough to understand. I've taught them. I've fussed at them and said things so many times. And in order for us to really get to a place of manifesting the life that we want to create, then we have to be able to speak it, and that those words have to be in alignment with that vision. And so if in order for that to align, then I'd rather just not say anything. Like, you know how they say, if you don't got nothing nice to say, then don't say nothing at all. I'd rather not say anything at all, because that is a chance for me to just truly reflect on why I even feel the need to want to say anything. Like I said, that minding my business this year is vital for my own growth and
What did you say, nigga?
The way that I communicate and the way that I want to purposely put things out. We want to be very intentional. And so with my own personal communication style, I want to be even intentional with the words that I speak out of my mouth. So just to recap, in this 30-day challenge, we're going to be glowing up by changing our habits, by analyzing our environmental factors, by analyzing our social groups. We're also going to be detoxing our space, right? Our mind. We're going to be doing a digital detox, making sure that we unfollow anything on social media and that we're using social media to our benefit and not overusing it. during this period of time, because we're trying to create new and healthy habits that's going to help us to be productive, and that's also going to help us accomplish our goals by creating sustainable habits. Also, please make sure that you download the free 30-day guide. It goes with this video. It's going to give you better insight to what I'll be doing over the next 30 days and what you can do to really assist you on your journey. It's going to give you lots of ideas, and it also comes with a habit tracker. So it comes with the habit tracker that I created for myself, which tracks your meditation habits, your meal prep habits, your self-care, and exercise. And then it comes with another habit tracker that's absolutely blank, and then you can fill in the habits that you want to track. And it just has 4, but you can make copies and make as many as you want. I think having 4 is good because you're trying to really do 4 weeks of implementing these different strategies and like I said, creating something that's sustainable. We really want to be intentional about not trying to overdo anything. This is not a resolution. These are intentional habits that we are creating by purposely evaluating every single day and doing a little bit each day. So I really hope that this video helped you. I don't want to make it too long, and I don't want to make it too boring. I want you to drop your habits, child. Bloop. Drop your comments below and let me know what type of habits that you're going to be implementing over the next 30 days. Make sure you download the free 30-day guide to your glow up, because I spent a lot of time trying to create that for you, and it's free. You better take it while it's free, baby. But no, truly. And then also, just to recap too, do not let the past creep in. Don't let past traumas, past habits of your own, or past people come in and distract you from what you have planned for yourself and what you want to accomplish for yourself in 2025. So, like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you next Sunday.